California Edition. I'm Brad Pomerantz. We are coming to you from the Cannon House office building in Washington, D.C. It's my pleasure to introduce you to, if you don't know him already, Jeff Denham. He is a member of the United States Congress. Sir, you spent 8 years in Sacramento. You're now in your second term in the House of Representatives. Talk to me about the differences, the similarities.
Certainly, it's been very exciting to come to Congress. This wasn't something I was looking to do. But certainly an opportunity to represent not only my community, but I was somebody who served in the Gulf War, served in Desert Storm and Somalia, and it's just a huge honor to be here and represent our entire nation. Big issues. So coming from California, state senate, dealing with budgets every year, the state budget dealing with the governor.
You were there during tough years.
Some very tough times.
No doubt.
And
no
now,
more surpluses back then.
No, and now much broader.
Right.
So not only are we dealing with the fiscal impacts of everything from our current budget and debt, but the entitlements, certainly Medicare, Social Security,
immigration,
and then all of the issues that affect me at home: immigration, jobs, getting our jobs, our national economy going, but also getting the local economy going. So really representing our community, but it's been very exciting.
And let's talk about immigration, which many see as an economic driver. When you think about immigration reform, it's an issue that seems to be driven by the Democratic Party. You are a member of the Republican Party, and yet many of your constituents, Republicans themselves, are getting strongly behind immigration reform. Many folks in ag, in the farming industry. Is that what you're hearing when you go home?
I hear from everybody at home.
No doubt.
This is an issue that affects everybody, but more than it being a jobs issue, it's a moral and ethical issue. Because it affects so many people in our community. It affects my family. My wife was first generation, and her father came over on the Bracero program, and it has affected my family going through the same process.
It's so interesting you call it a moral issue, because rarely have I heard that from leaders. And in a lot of ways, many leaders may feel that because these are people.
Yeah.
No matter what you think about the legality or illegality of their entrance, they are still human beings. That being said, though, for those Republicans that are looking to support immigration reform, and I say this with all due deference, the question of the economic impact is a powerful one. It is one that is seen as another reason to support the reform of our immigration laws. And so is that what you're seeing? Is that what you're hearing? Because I have to think, sir, you're under a tremendous pressure. The Republican caucus is nervous about immigration reform. There are members from states that have, virtually no immigrants, no ag to speak of.
Yeah, I think that the two biggest issues are an issue of fairness, making sure that we have a fair process that continues to allow immigrants from around the world to come to our country, so that the 11 million that are here undocumented today also have that same sense of fairness as they become legal residents. And an issue of security, making sure that we do this one time, we get it right. Not only do we address today's problem, but we make sure that our borders are secure, that we have a national ID program or an e-verify system so that everybody knows what jobs are available, and making sure that it's an economic driver as well.
But if you look at where the House is today, they have not proposed a comprehensive package. The Senate is looking toward that, but they have focused on E-Verify. They focused on a guest worker program. So where does that leave the House, with the Senate looking for comprehensive reform, the House looking for more piecemeal reform?
First of all, I'd say that we were very close quite some time ago. There are a group of us that are working on a comprehensive package, but that group even started well before I came into Congress. There's also a separate effort to have each one of these individual items.
His name is Jeff Denham. He's a member of the United States Congress representing significant portions of the Central Valley. We are coming to you from the Cannon House office building in Washington, D.C. My name is Brad Pomerantz. This is California Edition.